j'espère que vous allez bien, bienvenue sur une nouvelle vidéo, une nouvelle VOD, un nouveau stream, nous sommes sur REFANTAZIO. L'aventure continue bien sûr, on s'était laissé après un événement particulièrement choquant. La dernière fois, nous avions été provoqués en duel par Louis. Mesdames et messieurs, le combat était long, était dur. Et très stratégique. On a dû s'y prendre à 3-4 fois avant de pouvoir l'atomiser. Avant que, à 30% de sa barre de vie, il arrête tout pour nous faire une révélation d'autant plus choquante, mesdames et messieurs. Apparemment, mesdames et messieurs, la tribu des ELDA dans laquelle nous faisons partie, nous, notre personnage Xaesque, aurait des ressemblances avec les humains. Ces monstres abominables que nous combattons depuis le début du jeu. On ne sait pas de ce qu'il en est, on ne sait pas si ce sont des mensonges de Louis pour essayer de regagner la tête des élections. En tout cas, on sait que nous, depuis ce gros drame de la dernière fois, on a vraiment chuté dans les sondages. Nous sommes 1025e, alors que nous étions 2e. Avant toute cette histoire, c'était crazy, genre Louis il nous a transformés, il nous a... Bref, c'était quelque chose, on a été complètement choc-barre, on a dû partir, fuir, littéralement, de Grand Trad, pour retrouver le prince, mesdames et messieurs. Ça y est, on en parle depuis le début du jeu. Il était dans le coma, ça fait 3/4 du jeu, il était dans le coma, il s'est enfin réveillé il y a pas longtemps. Et là, c'est le moment, on n'a plus nulle part où aller. Nous allons peut-être voir enfin le prince. Mais bon, on a des problèmes parce que Zorba, le cunty nécromancien, est aussi venu voir le prince et pour toute autre chose. Donc j'espère qu'on n'arrive pas trop tard. Et que tout va bien, quoi. Donc on est au sanctuaire ELDA ancien. Apparemment c'est un peu un village caché où les membres de ma tribu se cachent parce qu'en fait les ELDA ils sont détestés de tout le monde. Et oui. En tout cas c'est très joli. C'est très joli.
Oh. This looks like... Who are you?
Oh!
Are you alright?
J'ai la tête qui tourne. Où sommes-nous?
The royal flower? A surprise to see them blooming here. Something about this place. Yes, the flow of Magla is strong here. It is much like the altar of the dragon god. The Magla in the air seems to be concentrated here. What is this place?
Gallica, something the matter? Your mind seems elsewhere.
Oh, sorry. I've got this weird feeling that something really important happened here. Anyway, let's keep moving.
Let's keep moving. Putain, les petits pas de Ace Bay.
So here you are at last.
Mais c'est qui? C'est pas le cunty nécromancien, ça? Si? Non. Si? Je sais pas. Si c'était le cunty nécromancien, ils auraient dit que c'était lui. Tout un parterre de jolies fleurs blanches poussant massif.
Why?
Avant de partir de chez moi, je ne savais pas que c'était des fleurs royales. Mais que font-elles dans le sanctuaire ancien? Des fleurs royales. Il est où le ploucos là qui nous espionne? Il se cache. Ok, on avance, mesdames et messieurs. Moi, je veux voir le prince. C'est notre amoureux, on le rappelle. Hein. Le prince, c'est notre amoureux de notre enfance. Oula! C'est un peu délabré quand même. Après, de base, ils ont fait leur camp.
This place is clearly in ruins, but it doesn't look like natural decay.
Ah oui, parce qu'en fait, ils nous ont expliqué qu'ils ont fait leur camp dans un village qui a été détruit par Forden à l'époque, quand il était encore vivant, le vieux Schnookos là.
It was burned to the ground. One day, a bunch of kingdom soldiers showed up out of the blue. Without so much as a reason. They made an inferno of the place.
But why? Why would His Majesty order such an atrocity?
Thinking back now, it may have been Forden who led the charge. I can't be certain. But if it was up to him, he would have done it just to purge the filthy ELDA tribe.
Luis claimed that the Elden people were just another form of the humans. If he spoke true...
Elda ne serait qu'une autre forme des humains.
They're not. There's no way. Anyway, more than half of the villagers died in the fire. And those who survived were forced to hide in caves. That way everyone would think they were wiped out.
'Tis a shrewd ploy indeed, to hide in a place the enemy themselves saw destroyed. Yet, why did Alsace? No matter. His Highness is in this cave, correct?
Yes, over there.
Alors peut-être. Oh.
What? That...
He draws no breath. Likely a stab in the back. I doubt he even had time to shout.
I recognize him. He was the associate of the first operative I came in contact with. He was a lot more skilled than those Sanctist warrior monks. But now...
Gallica, the cave is just ahead, yes?
Yes. It's past the woods, over there.
Aïe aïe aïe.
Then we move.
Est-ce qu'on arrive trop tard? Mesdames et messieurs. Je dois me rendre à la grotte.
I don't like this.
Vu le magla que j'ai perçu, je m'inquiète au sujet du prince. Allons vite au repère du niveau inférieur. On peut visiter un peu? Cadavre d'agent. C'est le cadavre d'un agent de la résistance. Apparemment, il n'a même pas eu l'occasion de se défendre. Qui ferait une chose pareille? On vient d'où, déjà? Ah. Un scarabée doré. Ouais. Tout a été détruit ici. Oh, il y a des fées! Les amis, les fées! Une fée! Ils risquent de stresser un peu si on leur tombe dessus. Comme ça, sans prévenir. Pour l'instant, laissons-les tranquilles et continuons. Il y a des fées, il y a des fées! Elles volent! Dans les airs! Ah, il y a des gens! Il y a des gens! Il y a du sang! Les deux ne font pas bon ménage! C'est un Yujif assez âgé. Il semble affairé à enterrer un corps.
Russell? You're safe!
Oh, le vieux!
My word. Is that you, Gallica?
Oh, il est trop pipou, le vieux!
You were His Highness's tutor.
I know but one red-tressed knight. Are you the royal guard? The Lady Hulkenberg? By the heavens. Then...
She's been helping us. Everyone here is a trusted ally. They've all fought to save the prince.
Alas, Oh, what a tragedy. If this reunion had only been a moment sooner.
Russell, where is His Highness? What happened? Is His Highness safe?
A few days ago, those detestable cursed thorns finally faded. I cannot tell you how long I had waited to see them gone. It was truly a joy beyond words. It happened before we could fathom it. A lone stranger, a loathsome figure, came striding in. His Highness had only just regained consciousness since the curse's lifting. Yet, to protect us, he threw himself upon the assassin's blade.
Hein?
We were horror-struck. His Highness lay pierced through the heart, and we saw him breathe his last.
No, that can't be true.
The stranger was a master of magic. None could match him. Of the Resistance's numbers, only I remain.
Who was responsible for this?
I don't know who the murderer was, but he cried his patron's name aloud as he did the deed. For Count Luis.
C'est Zorba, le cunty nécromancien!
From the moment he appeared, I believe his sole purpose was to kill His Highness. As soon as the lifelight left the prince's eyes, the stranger left, with only a smile.
An innocent boy. Twice tormented in the clutches of assassins. All because of the family he was born into.
Luis, there really is no evil you won't stoop to.
Please, Russell. Where is the prince?
We've laid him in the prayer room for now, at the end of the cave. He rests just this way.
You're coming, aren't you, love?
Je le dois.
I must go to him.
You're right. Maybe we'll find some way to help.
Ah, I'd heard a rumor that there was a boy candidate who claimed to be His Highness. So, that was you? 'Tis just as St. Rilla said. You're no scoundrel. Indeed, you risked life and livelihood to see His Highness restored. Strange. Something in you reminds me of His Highness.
Something wrong?
No, it's nothing. Well, I will go before you to the prayer room. Once you are ready, you are free to join me.
Avant d'aller voir le prince, je pense que je vais aider Russell à enterrer ce corps.
You going to stay here?
No. I must bear witness myself. As his knight, I must.
Oh l'ambiance! Oh l'ambiance! Ok. Bon bah allons dans la grotte, hein, mesdames et messieurs. Le drame.
I'm a little worried.
Je dois vite aller auprès du prince. Le prince est dans la salle de prière du niveau inférieur. Je n'ai pas envie d'y croire. Nous devons aller voir de nos propres yeux.
It's nearly time.
Hein? Cette voix.
Long have I waited.
Ok. Bonjour.
Hey, you.
Faites-vous partie du groupe qui a hébergé le prince? C'est à cause de leur venue qu'un nouveau désastre nous est tombé dessus. Tiens, maintenant que je vous vois de près, vous êtes un Elda? J'ai entendu dire que le prince était le seul Elda de la résistance. Et vous êtes des Elda, vous? Faites partie de ma team?
Beg pardon?
Attendez, vous venez de l'extérieur du sanctuaire? Qu'est-ce qui se passe? Non, c'est impossible. Vous êtes un Elda?
You must hurry. The time has come.
Ok. Ces membres de la résistance peuvent continuer à se sacrifier si ça leur chante. C'est pas mon problème. Ça devait sonner un peu rude, j'imagine. Je ferais mieux d'aider à déplacer les corps. Ils sont bien trop nombreux pour que ce vieil Yuji y arrive seul.
What?
Juste derrière cette porte se trouvent les quartiers. Dame Gruidet a été très claire à ce sujet. Elle doit être ouverte sous aucun prétexte. Vous m'avez bien entendu, alors filez! Ils sont sympas, les gens.
All was for this day.
Mais qu'est-ce qu'elle nous raconte, celle-là?
There is still time.
Il y a des fées! Gallica, c'est bien toi? Je me demandais où tu étais passé. Oh, Dieu soit loué, tu vas bien? Comment se portent les autres? Les autres? Tout le monde va bien. Les morts ne sont pas de chez nous. Mais il y a plus important, Gallica. Allons récupérer des pétales du parterre de fleurs dans la forêt. Hein? On ira une autre fois, d'accord? J'ai encore des choses à faire. Donc ce n'est pas vraiment le moment. Tu as changé, Gallica. Tu t'es même mise à parler comme eux. C'est tellement étrange.
What?
Et quoi? Est-ce que tu essayes de les imiter? C'est trop bizarre. Plus loin se trouve la salle de prière. Pour l'instant, nous nous en servons pour pleurer ceux qui nous ont quittés. Je vous prie de ne pas semer le trouble. Le prince est droit devant. On est prêt? Est-ce que Xa? Ceux qui ont amené le prince dans ce village s'appelaient simplement la Résistance. Ils craignaient qu'un nom formel ne réponde la nouvelle de leur existence. Leur effectif a progressivement diminué. Et après la tragédie d'aujourd'hui, Russell est le seul qui reste. On est bien loin d'une résistance. Pour vous dire la vérité, l'agresseur est passé juste à côté de moi dans les escaliers à l'extérieur. Tout ce que j'ai remarqué, c'était sa tenue inhabituelle. Par ça, il marchait tranquillement comme si de rien n'était. J'ai découvert après coup qu'il avait massacré tous ces gens. Et que j'y pense, je ne peux m'empêcher de trembler comme une feuille.
Hello.
Derrière cette porte se trouve une pièce qui sert de planque à la résistance. Enfin, servait, pour être plus précis. À part le vieux Russell, tous les autres sont... Peut-être est-ce de notre faute. Mais c'est épouvantable. Ah, les ailes de Ralph! C'est bien toi, Gallica? Ça fait un bail! Oh, Gallica, tu n'as pas idée de toutes les choses rigolotes qui se sont passées durant ton absence. Tu savais que ton acolyte a fini les 4 fers à l'air dans un étang? Oh, tu connais pas la meilleure! Tu es pressé, c'est ça? Tu vas les retirer, tu sais. On parlera plus tard, d'accord? Ah, avant que je l'oublie, ton ami est au fond du couloir. Je crois que tu es en retard. Elles sont un peu crazy, les fées, hein. Vous venez tous du monde extérieur, pas vrai? Dites, qu'est-ce qui se passe ici? Tout ce qu'on a daigné me dire, c'est... Reste à la maison. J'ai bien conscience que les incendies étaient effrayants, mais je trouve qu'on ne devrait pas rester confiné comme ça. Personnellement, je ne compte pas passer ma vie dans des grottes et des forêts.
Oh, it's you!
Plus loin se trouve l'hôtel de l'histoire secrète. Le sanctuaire abrite la véritable histoire de notre peuple et de notre monde. Merci de ne pas faire de bruit, autrement vous allez effrayer les fées.
Come off it.
J'ai entendu dire que la réputation de la tribu Elda avait été entachée dans le monde extérieur. Quand on compare nos deux situations, cet enfant est un membre de la royauté, mais pourtant, sa vie a été bien plus difficile que la mienne. Quand je pense que certains adultes considèrent un enfant malade comme une proie à abattre, l'âme des individus qui vilipendent un enfant tel que lui est maudite.
Hey.
Russell, le prince est... Oh, votre Altesse, nous avons si misérablement échoué que vous avez dû sacrifier votre vie pour sauver la nôtre. Aucun pardon, aucune pénitence ne saurait expier l'ampleur de notre échec. Ah, il y a des fées là-bas qui parlent. J'avais pas vu avant. Ah non, je lui ai déjà parlé. Ah bah c'est fun, hein? C'est très très fun. En toute honnêteté, certains membres du sanctuaire n'apprécient ni son Altesse ni la résistance. Mais la vie est inestimable, quand je pense qu'il nous a quittés, ainsi dans la fleur de l'âge. Prions pour qu'un tel désastre ne se produise plus jamais. Ne prions pas une idole, mais plutôt le Dieu que nous portons chacun dans notre cœur.
This way.
No. Your Highness. Why?
I didn't realize anyone still remained to weep over this child. Huh? Gallica, you've returned.
Milady Gruade. It's been a long time.
May I ask who this is?
She is the chiefess of this village, the Hermitess Gruade.
She was kind enough to shelter the entire organization when His Highness fled to these woods.
I can't believe he's gone. I'm just some parapus orphan from the slums. I was never supposed to outlive any prince. Was he killed here?
No. It all happened in the bunk room in the back. We moved him here to the altar once all was quiet. I don't know if you'd believe me, but I received a revelation. Should the prince die, his body should be kept safe and still here until the rightful day comes. Even if the boy is but a bastard sired by that despicable man. He is still Her Majesty's son.
Despicable? What, you mean the king? Wait, who's Her Majesty?
Do you know nothing of the child's mother?
La daronne?
The boy was not brought across borders to us. He was born here, in the ancient sanctum. His mother was our past chiefess, the queen of our Elda tribe. She was a flower amidst the forests, a woman of such beauty, grace, and kindness. She saved this child from the flames, and it cost her her life.
La reine des Elda!
Her death is on that man's hands. Like a piper, he wandered in and seduced the young queen with his idealistic tales. But he failed to protect his family and died powerless. The village was only set ablaze because the boy was in the way of the Sanctus Church's designs on the throne. And that insipid king could do nothing to stop them. But you see, this boy, His Highness the Prince, looks so much like Her Majesty. And so... You there, boy. Are you perhaps... no, it can't be. And yet...
Is something amiss, Milady Gruide? He is one of Gallica's allies. His loyalty stands with His Highness, and he has risked much in the Prince's name.
Whoa! What's with the formal introduction? You were the one who gave us our orders in the first place.
Hurry.
J'entends encore cette voix qui résonne.
Hey, are you okay?
The time has come. Here thou camest to the end of thy journey. This secret place was home to thee.
C'est toi, la reine? Ah!
Now, remember thy path thus far. Walk thy life's road and see it anew.
Ah, la migraine! La migraine de Kiki!
I have been waiting for thee to overcome thy trials. Long have I waited for thy return. Know this, his life is not yet ended.
Comment ça?
What do you mean?
It all started on that ill-fated day when the usurper thought to extinguish his light. Before he fades away, recount all thou hast seen and felt, all thou hast gained in thy journey's course.
Je me tourne désormais vers le passé. Je contemple les routes que j'ai empruntées pendant ce voyage.
Gallica and thee sought to take the head of Louis, but thy efforts came to naught. So, ye moved instead to join a tournament to decide the land's king.
Oh guys, on a un récap. On a un récap de notre aventure. Ah, ça fait du bien. Oui, effectivement, au nom du prince.
In the prince's name.
Though thy plan was reckless, thou didst win the trust of the people by the support of peers and subjects alike. Thus, thou didst declare thyself the prince.
C'était pour la victoire.
It was all for victory.
After overcoming many obstacles, thou didst finally lift the prince's curse. Yet by the cruel machinations of another, the young prince...
Il n'est plus parmi nous.
He is no longer with us.
Thy sole mission was to save the prince. Bereft of him, thou hast no further reason to live.
Alors c'est ici que tout s'achève?
And this is where it ends.
Art thou certain? Is this truly where thy road ends?
Je refuse d'abandonner.
Then I ask thee once again. Thy sole mission was to save the prince. Bereft of him, thou hast no further reason to live.
That's not true.
If the prince is dead, wert thy efforts all for naught?
Il n'est pas mort!
He's not dead.
So thy resolve is yet unbroken. So be it. Thou hast earned the truth. He was consumed by the curse, and was taken by a deep, abiding slumber. Yet his soul remained alive. So from his earthly form, I extracted his soul, that he might travel the land in Odyssey. And thus his stilled sands began to flow once more. Thy journey hast taken thee far, and taught thee much. So now I ask thee, who art thou?
I'm just a traveler.
Could a mere traveler have borne witness to so many happenings beyond mortal understanding? To name but a few, thy parents, memories of thy youth? Hast thou any recollection of where and how thy youngest years were spent?
No!
Yes. Thy memories begin the moment thou befriend the prince. Dost thou suspect the reason?
Je n'ai pas de passé!
I don't have a past.
As I said, thou hast nothing. Thou art a being of mine own creation. 'Twas Gallica alone who the Resistance laid their hopes upon all those days past. Thy life had yet to begin. All thou hadst, all that had been bestowed, was a memory. Thy mission to save the prince. Thy memories of youth in the prince's company, and the void enshrouding all else in thy past. All signs of thy conjured existence.
I have nothing?
Nay, the words of the prince in thy memory are unmistakably of his true heart. The memories gained on thy journey, the friendships made, the trust forged. These true things art thine own. All thy trials, all thy experiences wert to prepare thee for this day, to share the strength thou hast gained with thy other self.
Mon alter ego!
My other self?
Il est vrai que jusqu'à présent, je me suis attiré l'amitié et la confiance de nombreuses personnes. Mais si je suis réellement quelqu'un qui ne possédait rien à l'origine, les gens m'auraient-ils cru? M'auraient-ils suivi? Cela s'applique également à mon désir d'aider ceux dans le besoin. Comment ai-je pu croire à un idéal aussi risible pendant tout ce temps?
Accept the truth, and thou wilt face an ordeal beyond any you have yet faced. If thy desire is instead for freedom, thou mayest still abandon thy mission and end it here.
Is that right?
Je comprends. Ma véritable identité est...
So I bid thee answer my final question. Who art thou in truth?
Je suis... le prince?
I am... the prince.
What is this? I feel a curious resonance.
Could this be? But how? Impossible.
Hey! What's going on?
What awaits us now?
Ah, life is not yet lost. Thou wert born apart from the prince's flesh, born of his desire to change the world. In his stead didst thou travel the world. Thou didst support his heart, and became his living fantasy. That is thy true self. Thou art everything the prince sought to be, his ideal. It all began with the novel in thy possession. Drawn by the divine relic, Magla coalesced into flesh, and flesh coalesced into form. The form of an elder, as I once was. Time hath come. Awaken, reborn anew. No more the prince's dream of utopia thou wouldst chase. Nay, but thine own.
What? What is this?
New hair, new me!
What's happened?
Thou hast done well to guide him this far.
This voice. I'm sure I've heard it before.
Thy mind should now be clearing. Remember now thy true charge. He was never a member of the Resistance. The mission, the departure, was thine alone, and thereafter didst thou encounter him.
Who are you? Wait, what am I saying?
In those long ago days, he had just been born into this land. Newborn in form, if not in appearance. The boy needed a guide. Thus, I decided his memories would be thine. A memory so crafted to suit thee. My journey to the capital would not be made alone, but alongside him.
No, that can't be. He was there when we got our orders.
I never thought I would have to ask this of you. But there are so few of us left now. There is no one else to turn to. Will you infiltrate the military to deliver a message to our contact there? This is your mission. For all our sakes, you cannot fail.
No! But... I was alone?
By this choice, he might be saved. By these gentle, necessary lies, we could live to see this day when our dearest wish is fulfilled. As he traveled alongside thee, he gained both strength and wisdom. It is only by thy efforts that my voice reached him. He has now been saved, and so the journey ends here. Thou hast fulfilled thy mission admirably.
What? Wait just a minute. What do you mean, it ends here?
From here on, thy path is thy own. Choose thy own future for thyself, and may the fates smile on thy journey.
How do we make sense of this?
Is it really you? How... I mean, how do you feel?
On a fusionné! Je me sens plus léger. Un peu d'humour.
I feel a bit lighter.
Oh, Slay, le new haircut, guys. Enfin, juste la couleur qui a changé, mais... Même nos yeux, ils ont changé.
There seems to be no doubt. He is still himself, but I also sense His Highness within him.
Everyone, I need to tell you something. The truth is,
So let me get this straight. You're saying it's not a matter of our captain and His Highness joining together, but that the former was this disembodied entity sprung from the latter?
Then that's why he had no memories? 'Cause he didn't even exist?
I see. Finally, I understand the strange feeling I had sensed upon our meeting. What shaped you, so to speak, was the prince's will itself.
Ah, il est fort, hein, le prince, hein, quand même, hein.
A part of his consciousness. Yes, the prince's very heart. He was his soul given flesh.
Son âme personnifiée, bah alors c'est quel genre de magie, ça?
Perhaps the form we knew was one shaped by material magla, much like how the dragon god manifests beyond the vessel Drakadios.
a mass of magla with a will. Forget the dragon god. He may as well have been a dragon himself. Small wonder he awakened to an archetype before anyone else. It was no great aptitude for magic. He himself was composed of pure magla.
The self, as a manifestation of one's desires. Similar to archetypes. I suppose this is the very essence of magic.
You mean to say that it was not merely pretense to claim the prince's name? He truly was His Highness all along?
If that's true, this is finally your reunion with your sworn liege. Seems like cause for rejoicing, eh? Lady Hulkenberg of the Royal Guard.
But I failed to protect His Highness.
No. I am sure the strength of your devotion had a hand in saving him.
While all and sundry believed the lad had shuffled off, you alone kept the faith, milady. And in the end, that faith was rewarded.
Fate was changed.
Are you really His Royal Highness the Prince? Please, please forgive me, Your Highness. I failed you when you needed me most.
Bébou!
And more, despite being a member of your royal guard, I did not recognize Your Highness at our meeting and showed you such insolence.
Tu as toujours été mon allié, Hulkenberg.
Actually, you've been there for me this whole time.
He's right, you know. If we'd not met you, we'd certainly never have made it this far.
This time, I will protect you. Even should it cost me my very life. I swear to it.
Finally, we've done Grius proud. We've really done it.
By the way, what are we supposed to call you now? I mean, how would you prefer to be addressed, my lord?
Oh, rien n'a changé entre nous, vous savez.
You can just keep, calling me Captain.
No, Your Highness! With all respect, I must object.
But this is no time to be thick-headed, Miguel. He's the one who gets to decide what we bally call him, so we'll listen to him, eh? What?
You, sir, should be begging His Highness for forgiveness on bended knee. You mangled the royal runner to your own whimsy, you lout!
Well, that is, I mean, it was all dashed useful in the end, wasn't it? A bit of clemency, Your Highness.
So much for acting same as always.
Tout est bien qui finit bien. Pour l'instant. crépuscule, carrément.
It's beyond belief. Not just that a child who'd lain cold for years could come back to us, but through such extraordinary circumstances. After so long in the curse's thrall, he could not even open his eyes. He may as well have been a corpse. But all this time, he had been on his own journey. It was the boy's dearest wish. He spoke of a fantasy of traveling the world, meeting its people, seeing its truths. And without him even knowing, magic made it real.
Et oui, à chaque fois qu'on le voyait dormir, faire sa sieste, au final, son âme était à l'intérieur de nous.
He is a child of Elden blood and Elden legacy. All these years he spent in the village, he has rested near the secret of true magic. Perhaps this is how it came to be.
His was a fantasy surpassing fantasy. It became more than a dream, but a self-possessed force acting of its own volition. And now, reunited, Prince and fantasy live anew.
A journey to discover and reclaim the self, in all senses. No wonder he set off the custom igniter in the Royal Gauntlet Runner. It was the Crown Prince himself.
Even having it all explained like this, it feels like nothing short of a miracle.
I can only guess that fate had a hand in it.
That's right. I remember. I heard a voice. Guide him, it said.
Une voix?
A voice? Whose?
If you can't remember anything from before our journey, then we probably met after you'd only just... happened, right? I shouldn't have known you then. But for some reason, I was convinced that we'd always been together. I thought we both received the order to save the prince, too. Ever since the moment I heard that weird voice guiding me.
A voice? Lady Gruidae mentioned a revelation. Hold on, are we still being mystic and metaphorical, or was there an actual guide involved?
I know someone was guiding me. I just don't know who.
So a disembodied voice. Hang on. Come to think of it, that sounds a bit familiar for me too.
Bah, ils ont tous entendu la voix lorsqu'ils ont eu leur archétype.
Hey, who do you think the voice belongs to? Any idea?
Ah, j'ai une petite idée.
I have a faint idea, but I'm not entirely sure.
Come to think of it, this place, the light coming in.
Bah oui!
They seem familiar.
I might say the same. When I first acquired this power, I had a vision of somewhere not unlike these grounds.
Does this mean that we've been guided as well?
Perhaps someone has been at your side unseen, watching over the course of your journey. I imagine all this comes as a great shock for you as well. But here you are, back in your rightful place. You have come to the end of your arduous journey and found new life. It is a life well won, grasped with your own two hands.
Chiefess Gruidae, we want to know everything. What is the truth behind your tribe, the Elder? We Mustari are also said to have inherited truths of the world before us. Histories hushed by sanctism. But this village, it is something altogether different. I myself feel a strange familiarity here. A lost haven underground, yet letting of the sky's light. Please, tell us, what is the Elder tribe?
To know what we are, you must first know our history. Come to the altar room past the door. I'll wait for you there.
Ok. Nous allons connaître la vérité. Enfin, la véritaire. Oh là là. Asley. Le duo. Le duo. Vas-y, remets-toi sur mon épaule. Voilà. Qu'est-ce que t'as à nous dire, toi? Ah, enfin réveillé, hein? Allons bon, dormir c'est bien, mais il y a tellement de choses plus amusantes à faire que roupiller. Vous pouvez récolter de jolis pétales de fleurs, sauter dans des flaques d'eau. Ça, c'est vraiment marrant, non?
Hey!
Russell, comment est-ce possible? Son Altesse a ressuscité? C'est une nouvelle aussi excellente qu'inattendue, évidemment. Mais je crois bien que mon cœur a besoin d'un répit, après tous ces retournements de situation. Et dire qu'il était sain et sauf, dans un corps composé de particules de magla. Il a accompli ses objectifs en transférant son esprit dans un autre réceptacle. Voilà qui n'est pas sans rappeler la magie royale de Sa Majesté.
All very nice.
Je n'avais jamais vu de magie aussi incroyable par le passé. Alors, Votre Altesse, si je comprends bien, vous avez réussi à déjouer 2 tentatives d'assassinat. Nous autres, les ELDA, avons enduré bien de tumultes, mais ce n'est pas comparable à ce que vous avez vécu.
Oh.
Et quelle est cette sorcellerie? Le défunt prince est en vie? Le vieux Russell ne doit pas en revenir. Je me demande comment les membres restants de la résistance auraient pris la nouvelle s'ils étaient encore en vie. De la lumière nous a tous aveuglés et tout à coup, un mort est revenu à la vie. Les membres de la famille royale sont-ils tous comme vous dans le monde extérieur? Le monde extérieur est totalement fou! Crazy! Comment est-ce possible? C'est un véritable miracle! Dame Gruidet m'a confié qu'elle avait eu vent d'une révélation. Mais pourrait-il s'agir de celle de la défunte reine? Est-ce qu'on va rencontrer la reine?
Come off it.
Ça alors? Ai-je raison de penser que vous êtes le prince? Je n'avais jamais entendu parler d'un ELDA se joignant aux missions de la résistance. J'ai donc été surpris de vous voir. Et dire que vous êtes l'autre moitié du prince. Quelle caprice du destin. C'est l'heure de rechercher la vérité. Plus loin se trouve l'hôtel de l'histoire secrète. Le sanctuaire abrite la véritable histoire de notre peuple et de notre monde. Dame Gruidet vous attend à l'intérieur. Ah, d'ailleurs, merci de ne pas faire de bruit, autrement vous allez effrayer les filles, bien sûr. Ah, c'est toi, Gallica. Ça faisait longtemps. Je suis heureuse de voir que tu vas bien. Longtemps? À ce point-là? Oh, tu as sûrement raison.
Wow.
Eh bien, ravi de voir que je t'ai manqué. Ça fait plusieurs mois, tu sais. Plusieurs mois? Oh, Gallica a la notion du temps.
What?
Hein? Qu'est-ce que tu veux dire? Un jour, un mois, une année, et qu'importe le temps pour les faits. Tu es presque devenu comme eux. Mais ça a l'air plutôt sympa. Oh là là, c'est Gallica! Je sais pas pourquoi, mais je suis trop contente! Allez Gallica, viens t'amuser! Alors qu'est-ce qu'on fait? À quoi on joue? Je suis désolé, mais je ne suis pas d'humeur à jouer maintenant. Une autre fois, d'accord? C'est quoi ces sornettes? Gallica est toujours d'humeur! C'est bien toi, dis? Bon, ça va. Quand tu seras d'humeur, viens jouer avec moi. Ah, il faut lui parler à elle. Il y a des fresques partout. Oh là là. Il y a des fées partout. Bon, moi, je veux parler aux fées d'abord. Ah, il n'y a vraiment qu'ici que je ressens une telle sérénité. J'ai battu des ailes un peu partout, mais ce village, et surtout cet endroit, sont d'un calme. Vous ne trouvez pas? Ouais, je suis d'accord. N'est-ce pas? Il y a cette aura qui vous attire, nous autres les fées. Je me demande si les gens comme vous ressentent cette même énergie.
Yet,
Ce village compte un grand nombre de fées. Je crois que c'est la première fois que j'en vois autant depuis que je voyage. Oui, c'est vrai que les fées ont tendance à avoir la bougeotte. Disons qu'ici, c'est l'exception qui confirme la règle, comme on dit. Cela dit, c'est également typique d'une fée de rester longtemps dans un endroit qu'elle aime bien, non? Attendez, moi je veux avoir l'histoire là. J'espère qu'ils vont nous raconter, vont nous expliquer toutes les fresques. Bonne nuit.
Does this depict the Elder tribe?
Elda comes from an ancient word, meaning only the old ones. It was an alias given by our ancestors to outsiders who visited the village in the distant past. As for our original name, you know it well by now. We were humans.
Les humains!
The human tribe. So Luis's words...
There is no human tribe. Tribes, as we know them today, did not exist then. We were all one people. Humankind.
Eh oui, on est bien dans le futur!
a world united. But wait, the ruins on Virga Island, there's nothing left of the civilization today. Was it destroyed? Why? How?
A war. One that all but destroyed the world past. But its destruction was born of the discovery of Magla. Or as you call it today, magic. Do you wonder what they battled over? Without the divided tribes, what could they have disagreed on? They were racked by division. Over the abstract, undefinable idea of rightness. They tried to destroy something invisible, and destroyed only themselves. And any idea of absolute rightness is born of fear. That fear flooded the world, and gave way to war. And their age of prosperity came to be called the world before. The people we now call tribes were either born of artificial division for the sake of the war effort, or natural adaptation to survive the hellscape after.
L'anxiété et la peur ont divisé l'humanité au point de la séparer en tribus.
Unbelievable. We've met plenty of people caught up in pointless conflicts. Given the choice, I know they'd rather live in a world without tribal division. And yet the truth is, that world's already fallen apart. More than that, it's how we all got here.
Such drastic physical changes would normally have taken eons to effect. Accelerated by Magla, however, it was only a matter of a scant few centuries. You understand now, yes? We, the Elda, are the survivors of the old world. Our ancestors fled the flames of war and thus escaped the ensuing divisions.
Ça signifie donc que le prince a hérité autant de l'ancien monde que de l'actuel. Ou plutôt, que j'ai hérité des deux.
It beggars belief. Tis nothing short of astounding. But then, why do we know these monsters as humans?
By the war's end, both sides were consumed by fear. Their magical assaults escalated with each retaliation, until it was beyond all control. Our world became a hell. Rampant Magla distorts the body and mind. By now, I'm sure you know that better than you ever wished to. Humans are what remains of that branch of humankind that succumbed to melancholia. Broken, horrifying testaments to their own mistakes in the war of magic. Some persist, breed, and multiply as any beast does. Others live centuries of agony before their lives burn out. Even we do not know the full scope of their nature. Regardless, when the 8 tribes settled in this land, our claim to the human legacy was forgotten. To the people, the name only meant slavering, insane monsters. Therefore, we took on an alias instead. The same one by which we are known today. The ELDA.
So, the old world couldn't control its magic, and... Wait. How does the Sanctus Church fit in? All this revisionist history to spread their magic igniters.
Indeed, what are magic igniters to you? Tools for the Church to shackle the people, perhaps? Or weapons that hide magic's true potential? Am I close to the mark? In truth, it's the opposite. Igniters are tools made to limit magic. Restraints made in self-discipline, meant to avert a repeat of history's destructive mistakes. The Sanctus Church of today is muddied by greed, but its faith was born of good intentions. They once urged self-control, and thus control of one's personal magic. At times, they preached we must close our eyes to the truth when it would only lead us to ruin. By this benign tenet, history was obscured, and the ELDA denounced.
I had no idea. There's a grim irony in that.
His Majesty only hid his son's ancestry to protect him. Yet in the end, that meant Forden could attack the village under any pretext he liked, his motives concealed.
With all that said, you have now reclaimed your true form. The friends that stand with you are of different tribes and ideologies, but of one mind. As you are now, you may walk the path of the rightful king. The path of a modern world, where the tribes walk as individuals, yet with mutual respect and cooperation.
The sovereign's power, thou king to be, entrusted with the will of the people. To bear their hopes is to be their rock in the storm, and to face anxiety in their names.
Oui? Ah! Ah!
Yet, anxiety itself is not something to blindly reject or desperately cast away. It begins with a simple thing, acknowledging its existence. Accept thy weakness, walk forward alongside it, and thou wilt grow strong and true in its company.
Il est vrai que les gens sont faibles. De nombreuses personnes doivent penser qu'aider ceux dans le besoin n'est rien de plus qu'un rêve inatteignable.
And besides...
Je ne peux pas approuver les méthodes de Louis. Il est hors de question de laisser les faibles et les dissidents mourir comme s'il s'agissait d'un ordre naturel. Ah! Fire! Oh! Ma détermination à remettre en question l'inconnu a éveillé l'incarnation héroïque du prince!
Let's do it.
Allons-y! Ce n'est rien si les gens ne me comprennent pas sur le moment. Je sais qu'afficher mes convictions au combat signifiera beaucoup.
Let's fight.
Telle est ma mission.
That's it. I've made up my mind. I'm with you to the end, no matter what.
Where's this coming from?
Before we got there, this guiding voice thing told me my duties were over. But what am I gonna do? Just go, okay, bye? Especially after we've come this far together? No. I'm going to face Luis with you, even if it is scary.
Even you've got to cope with anxiety, eh?
I realized something in our travels. Anxiety can lead people astray. But overcoming it makes a person stronger. There's always anxiety in the unknown. I know what it's like to be afraid of something I don't understand. That's why I think it's my duty to help people face and connect with their anxiety. Is that okay? From now on, it's not about orders. I'm with you, because I want to be.
Je compte sur toi.
I'll be counting on you as always.
Same here. Stick close to me, okay?
Oh là là, tant de drama, guys. Le lore.
Well, we're past the worst of it. But the problem remains. Luis's dark magic. We've seen it turn the boy into a monster. And no doubt he can do it again.
A forbidden spell, turning sane mortals into the fearsome human monsters. In other words, a destabilizing magic, turning a person's magla into a snarl beyond control. This man named Luis, he may have his own past in this ancient sanctum.
Luis has been here? What do you know of him?
What do you wish to know?
Parlez-moi de Louis.
Who exactly is Luis?
Every time I heard of his doings in the wider world, I felt more and more sure that Luis is from this village. His knowledge of humans, his skills in magic, his grasp of darker arts, they're all beyond a mere soldier to begin with, however prodigious. As it happens, a name does occur. Among those old families who perished in the fire, there was one by the name of Caradrius. A family of doctors, I believe. In an effort to better heal the ills of the people, they had studied spells much like the ones he now exploits. The details are long since lost to the fire. But if Luis bears our legacy, that may be the reason for his vast knowledge.
Wait. What about Luis's ambition? The vision Rella saw? Do you think he actually wants to turn everyone in the kingdom into humans?
There is no known magic strong enough to turn many people at once, and none that can be cast quickly.
Even if it was possible, I don't know what it would accomplish. But this is Luis we're talking about. Who knows what he's thinking?
What do you wish to know?
Quel est ce sort interdit?
What is this forbidden spell?
The essence of magic is in the control of Magla. However, just as its chaos may be calmed, it can also be deliberately pushed out of control. That was what you saw. He whipped your innate magic to a frenzy and you were lost to melancholia. Just as the humans of the ancient war once were. In every age, the cause and effect are the same. People learn fear, become slaves to their anxiety, suffer, and thus, the power of magic is born.
Pardon me. You mean to say anxiety is the source of all magic?
Magla is a substance born of the heart, generated when one feels anxiety or fear. By certain means, it may be kindled into power. That is what we call magic. In this way, it is by virtue of the anxiety in our hearts that we gain the power to overcome it. Magic is a natural process, and anxiety is its invaluable, irreducible fuel. But in turn, those burdened with more anxiety and fear produce more and more magla from their hearts. Without the willpower to face your fear, the magla overflows. Uncontrollable by magic, it can give rise to strange and terrible happenings as it manifests. With the world embroiled in chaos, these outbursts of swollen magic may be happening all across our kingdom. 'Tis the answer to everything. The melancholia crystals, the beasts driven feral. The very land is erupting with the weight of its people's fears.
Hold on. If Luis's art is rooted in bringing out this chaos, then anyone might be next. He said he became a monster because he's ELDA, but that wasn't the complete story. If what you say is true...
Indeed. All people today are ultimately descendants of humankind. If Luis so chooses, he could turn anyone into a human monster. Yet as long as you have the strength to confront your fears, even this transformation may be defied and overcome.
But if he would turn people into humans, if in the unlikely event that happens...
If there is any motive for such cruelty, it can only be hatred. If Luis is truly from this village, then their fire would have cost him everything. Such unjust tragedy could easily beget a thirst for revenge. Even if it meant wielding a magic that twisted life into something terrible, instead of uplifting it. Indeed, it seems the opposite of an archetype. A truly dark power.
Who goes there? Someone flees!
That's him, the malformed assassin who struck at the prince. He's bound for the woods.
After him!
Zorba, le cantil nécromancien! Curé! Curé! Ça va? Je papote un peu avec les gens quand même. Il est parti où? L'assassin qui s'est échappé, son flux de magla ne ressemblait à aucun autre. C'est vraiment inquiétant, je vous prie de faire preuve de prudence. Ils ont tous des choses à dire?
Oh, now this I can't believe.
Eh bien, c'était un sacré sort. Ça ne doit pas vous surprendre que l'assassin soit venu voir ce qu'il se passait, n'est-ce pas? Puisqu'ils sont venus pour tuer le prince, vous êtes probablement leur cible. Les gens du monde extérieur sont tous complètement cinglés. Je croyais que l'assassin était parti. Que faisait-il encore là-dedans? Ne me dites pas que vous vous êtes fait suivre. On n'a jamais entendu cette musique.
Awful.
Quoi? Qu'y a-t-il? Ce maudit gredin, il en fait encore? La personne qui vient de s'enfuir, n'est-ce pas l'individu qui est venu assassiner le prince? Cette raclure s'était donc cachée. Il a pris la fuite en direction des marches. Russell! Est-ce que tout le monde est sain et sauf? Oui, aucune perte à déplorer. Cela dit, c'était comme si nous n'étions guère plus que de la pierraille indigne d'être prise en considération. Je suis indigne. Je n'ai rien pu faire de plus qu'observer l'intrus, pas même résister.
No.
Rien n'aurait pu être fait. Il a renversé à lui seul les membres de la résistance. Si l'on était intervenu, la moindre erreur aurait engendré un sacrifice inutile. Le bandit a dû percevoir l'immense puissance magique émanant de la réanimation de son Altesse avant de venir voir ce qui s'était passé. J'ignore pourquoi il a fui. Il doit forcément avoir un plan. Soyez prudents, je vous prie. Est-ce qu'on va se taper?
What now?
Ah, du coup, ça a changé. Bien sûr. J'ai un groupe avec moi? Est-ce que je peux changer de... Est-ce que Xa... Prince... Je sais pas si on va se taper en fait là. Attends, j'ai pas grand chose pour augmenter le niveau de mon archétype là. Bon, on va voir. Attendez, venez, on sauvegarde au cas où je sais pas ce qui nous attend derrière cette porte.
Ready?
Le Quentin nécromancien, mais... Il veut quoi, lui? Enfin, je pense que c'est lui, on sait pas si c'est lui vraiment, mais... Bah oui, c'est lui.
You. Zorba.
Bien sûr que c'est Zorbo!
So it was you behind the attack? Indeed it was. I killed the prince, though he died all too easily. And the odd thing was, his aura felt awfully similar to yours. So I decided to bide my time a while and listen. And it's a good thing I did. There really is something stranger going on. Who are you? Are you the prince or not? Whatever your answer, I must report back to Lord Luis.
Do you have any idea what Luis is really scheming? If he becomes king, everyone in this country is doomed.
If that is what Lord Luis so desires, then I shall see it done.
Ah, c'est vraiment le soumis de Louis!
It's almost impressive how blind your faith in him is.
I suppose it's just easier to follow instead of thinking for himself. He's forgotten anything he really wants.
What did you intend to do? The crown is too heavy a burden for your reedy frame. Lord Luis is the true king, who will save the worthy. And you are nothing but a powerless imposter, only fit to be sacrificed.
He is no imposter, fiend. His Highness has finally taken his first steps on the road to victory. Here, at his journey's end, after enduring these countless hardships, he has become a true successor, a true ruler. Because he knows the people's suffering firsthand.
Well, imposter or not, it's all the same if he's a corpse. And so I shall return the prince and his dying legacy to the underworld, where they belong.
Bastard! I wondered why you ran away, but it was all to lure us straight to this monstrosity.
Keep your guard up. The Melancholia is fueling his magic power.
We've come too far to be stopped by something like him. Let's put our power on full display.
OMG, c'est le tout premier humain qu'on a affronté. Vous vous rappelez? La puissance du nouvel archétype prince jaillit.
This guy shows up again just when we've unlocked some new power. Kinda feels like fate by now. Okay, time for a new fight. Stay on your toes.
Archétype prince débloqué. Prince est un archétype exclusif au protagoniste. Vous pouvez désormais l'utiliser comme un archétype déjà étudié à Academia et changer à... déjà fait. Peut servir de soutien à toutes les compétences de symbiose.
All right, let's take it down and then get after Zorba.
Hold on. We'll do this together.
Épée royale. Augmente les dégâts contre les monstres humains. Eh bien, on va faire ça.
Forward!
No holding back!
Ok.
My
Not
allies
bad.
need help, and I will save them.
Ah, attends, on est en... Ouais, ils sont tous berserker.
Looks like we can't brute force through this one.
C'est tous des berserkers. Qu'est-ce qu'on fait? Qu'est-ce qu'on fait? Qu'est-ce qu'on fait? Qu'est-ce qu'on fait? J'ai pas beaucoup d'items. Hein. Je crois que j'ai ça.
I was saving this.
I'm ready whenever. You better be ready.
Ah!
Attention.
Lend me your strength.
You can do this!
I'll run you through.
On va baisser son attaque. On va comme se soigner, on va pas faire les fous. On va essayer ça. Ah, ça aussi, ça augmente les dégâts contre les monstres humains.
The blade's edge!
Il est trop stylé son archétype prince. Il est grave stylé.
How's this?
I knew you'd help. Trust me.
That helped us out.
Ah, il va soigner. Faut qu'on attaque ses fruits, non?
Healed! We've gotta do something about those apples! Let me handle those apples.
Vas-y, Gallica!
All right, leave it to me. Now it can't heal itself anymore. Don't waste your chance. Get in there.
Right, let's make this fun.
Let my power support you.
You're out of here.
Cilio left him wide open.
Here and now.
Let's hit that new together.
You can do this!
Behold my power.
Vas-y, la chim!
Hulkenberg got them right in their weak spot.
I will fight with pride. Lend me your strength.
Et on l'enchaîne, on l'enchaîne!
On your guard!
Let's do this!
Only a flesh wound.
Nul! Le nulos!
I'll use what I must. Some healing power.
Le nulos!
Thank you.
I owe you one. Stay insane in a fight? I love this part.
Let my power support you.
Oh!
Nice, Basilio.
Observe the
Oh, le
enemy.
coup critique!
Join with me.
They mess with you.
Oh, le coup critique!
Fall!
I'll destroy you.
Hulkenberg's ploy exposed a new
Behold.
weakness.
I walk. Let's go. I'll cut through.
Only a flesh wound.
witness our strength. I must be sure. Face me! This should suffice.
'Twas neat.
Okay, let's split some heads.
You can do this!
Let's go!
Right in their weak spot. Beat him down, Basilio.
Is everyone all right? Let us fight as one.
Please allow me!
Shatter! Worthy foe after all.
Behold, I walk. A tough one.
Attention. Ok, il se remet des pommes. Ah, il bouffe ses pommes! Cheater! Cheater! Nul!
I'll use what I must. We need not push ourselves.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks. Stay in.
Follow my lead. Let my power support you.
What happens next ain't my problem.
Right in their weak spot. Beat him down, Basilio.
I stand ready.
Allies, together!
On your guard!
I crush you. They yet cling to life.
It's okay. We can do. Come forth, Royal Soul. It's still up?
On va encore se soigner. Faudrait qu'on rebaisse son attaque.
So easily.
Xaesque got knocked out.
About
We gotta revive him.
You can do this.
Stay sharp. My bad. They're still breathing.
Here and now, I cast aside all. Let justice prevail. Shatter!
Hulkenberg got them right in their weak spot.
I will fight with pride. Prince! Better be sure. Let's go.
Qu'est-ce que j'ai comme item?
Take it.
I'm obliged.
On va pouvoir tanker. Il a encore mangé. Je crois qu'il lui reste que un fruit. Anyway. Manqué, nul!
Xaesque got knocked out.
Let's split some
Gotta
heads.
revive him.
Tell wouldn't do this. Right, let's make this fun.
Let my power support you.
Get wrecked.
Basilio left him wide open.
Is everyone all right?
Let's hit that new weakness.
Berserker! I'll destroy you!
Hulkenberg got them right in their weak
Behold,
spot.
I walk a royal path. Let's try this.
I shall repay this favor tenfold.
T'as plus de fruits là. Il remet des fruits.
Here comes another round of wind attacks. My legs are back to normal.
Bon, au moins il a perdu des actions à refaire tout ça là. Il va pas beaucoup nous attaquer là. Il faut qu'on retape fort.
Let me handle those apples.
Vas-y, Queen.
All right, leave it to me.
Queen.
Now it can't heal itself anymore. Don't waste your chance. Get in there.
Allez, c'est à nous là.
How's this?
I knew you'd help. Let's need it.
I owe you one. I'm ready. Let's split the bets. Never mind. About bloody time.
It's up to you now.
My bad. They're still breathing.
I stand ready. Oh, power of heroes!
Est-ce qu'il va repousser ces trucs encore? Il a plus beaucoup de PM.
Only a flesh wound.
Xaesque. Ok, c'est pas heal.
I'm all prepared.
Non, j'ai plus assez pour faire ça.
No, I won't hold back. This'll do.
You think yourself equal to a Ujief's agility? Cleric! We need not push ourselves.
Thanks.
That helped us out. Okay, let's split the bets.
Look here!
Ah!
Still left him wide open. Let's hit that new weakness. More apples.
Ok.
Quick,
Au prochain tour, faut qu'on y aille là.
Let us fight as one.
Please allow me!
Shatter!
Oh! Bravo. Bravo la team!
How's that?
Not bad at all.
Nice. I feel strong.
Even I had...
Yeah, that feels nice.
Mais Zorbo n'est pas mort, hein, toujours. Le Cunty est toujours présent.
The bastard got away.
Ah.
I say, you chaps boggle the mind. It's no mean feat to fight on even footing with a human.
I'd hoped as much. You may yet have the power to face Luis at his full strength.
It's good to see you're safe. We've certainly taken these powers a long way. Maybe we thought ourselves invincible. But don't worry. At long last, the prince is safe. In a manner of speaking.
Still, what's our next move? The people think you a monster. We'll not find any public backing like this.
C'est bien vrai.
Alces once said that His Highness the Prince was a soul born into adversity. He is royalty and elder both. heir to the legacies of heaven and earth. He is water and fire, in condemned conflux. When the day comes that His Highness may be revered as the good ruler he can be, then the world will truly be free of prejudice. And that, he said, is why we fight.
In his own words, huh? We have to fight for what he believed in. All the more reason we can't turn from this.
Right.
Aucune solution ne saurait réparer immédiatement des années de préjugés. Mais si je ne crois pas au changement, les choses resteront ainsi.
Come what may, my life is a shield raised in your Highness's name. Are you prepared to fight Louis to the bitter end?
Je suis prêt!
Of course. I'm prepared.
Yes, that determination is how we'll stop him.
If he ends up king, he'll be sending all traitors to the gallows. Not just us, but any innocent folks he doesn't find use for.
Nous avons vu tant de personnes mourir durant notre voyage. Si le monde devient tel que Louis le désire, nous devons faire nos adieux à ceux qui comptent pour nous. Il nous faut l'arrêter.
Look, I'm never giving up hope either, okay? All we have to do is beat him, right?
J'entends déjà la fanfare!
Looking forward to the victory song.
Well, we've got bigger things to worry about now. But I can't wait to sing it.
You... I'm still amazed. You really do look just like your mother. Truly, you are a child of fate. Your mother, she loved your father, and you with all her heart. The injustice that befell this village is not your fault.
Attends, ça veut dire que notre père, c'est le roi qui s'est fait assassiner par Louis.
But listen well. Once you leave this village, you cannot return until you have fulfilled your ambitions. After all, an old crone like me can't take care of you forever. If you want to overcome your hardest challenges, you'll have to face them yourself. The world's fate is in your hands. Please, put an end to the tragedies of humankind's failures.
J'y arriverai.
Yes, I will.
Our final battle lies ahead. We cannot lose. Yet, before all else, His Highness has only just awoken. Let us rest in the Gauntlet Runner for today, and advance to the royal capital tomorrow.
Demain?
It's a bit strange, isn't it? I was convinced we'd been together for a long time. But I can't believe we've only just met. The beginning of my journey may have been a false memory. But my journey with you and the memories we've made, those are all real. Well, guess I'm repeating myself. But I'm glad we're working together.
Oula. Moi aussi, Gallica.
Likewise. I'm glad to be your ally.
Yep. Though, I guess our toughest challenge is next.
Après toutes les épreuves qu'elle a surmontées, je perçois la conviction de Gallica, ainsi que le lien inébranlable qui nous unit en tant qu'amis et alliés.
The mystical fairy, Gallica. She who still keeps the virtues of the mage. Your tempered bond has become a fire-forged trust. Thus, a new pinnacle of heroism awakens within thee. By the grace of her newfound powers, work together to give truth to our hopes and fulfill thy destiny.
Rang supérieur niveau 8!
We've got the path to tomorrow. And I'm gonna lead the way.
Ah, on peut devenir maître élémentaliste et sorcier. On a le rang maximal avec Gallica. Oh my Jesus. Comment ça, à mardi? On est mardi aujourd'hui, Kevin. À vendredi. Le maître élémentaliste. Le sorcier.
When things get tough, remember this magic. The music meant for you will play in your head.
Il s'agit de la magie musicale que Gallica a un jour lancée pour moi. Maintenant que j'y pense, elle m'a sûrement aidé de bien des façons, sans que je m'en aperçoive.
By the way, the chieftess told me something about your novel. Apparently your parents gave you that book when you were still just a kid. I wonder what your parents wanted you to get from reading it. What they hoped for you, I guess. I suppose you'll have to find out for yourself.
Ce livre est l'héritage de mes parents. Feu, le roi de Chronie et la reine du sanctuaire ELDA ancien. Peut-être que l'utopie décrite dans cet ouvrage n'est pas une simple fantaisie, mais une compilation des idées de l'ancien monde transmises au sanctuaire.
The part we're reading today is the last chapter. It's about the ruler of this ideal world. Let's read it together.
Le dernier chapitre?
The last chapter is about the ruler of a utopia.
Ça je connais, ça c'est la révolution, c'est quoi? C'est le tableau de je ne sais plus quel artiste. La révolution française!
The one who governs this utopia must have an unwavering will. To maintain justice in this world, there are innumerable obstacles to overcome. Yet, as long as one lives by their ideals, those who support them are sure to follow. A utopia is not the creation of a single mind or a single power. It is a world shaped by all its people. The last part sounds a little more metaphorical. There's a little more. However, even a utopia may one day fray at the edges, and its people may come to conflict over the question of what is right. What is a true utopia? What is a true ruler? None have yet found the answers to these questions.
Personne n'a encore découvert de véritable utopie. La prétendue utopie décrite dans le roman était fondée sur l'ancien monde. Mais celui-ci s'est effondré avant d'être consumé par la guerre. Dans ce cas, si ce livre retrace la trajectoire de l'ancien monde, s'agit-il vraiment des idéaux que nous cultivons? C'est apparemment tout le contraire.
So even the author of this book struggled with these questions. And if you become king, you'll have plenty of tough questions and struggles to face yourself. Lady Gruaday mentioned the king was a real idealist when he first arrived at the village. But little by little, the pains of reality crushed his hope. And he even lost his son. In the end, his will was broken. He didn't lift a finger to stop the church's rise to power. With that in mind, I can honestly see why people would be drawn to Luis. His values are radical and cruel, but he's devoted to them. Unshakable, even. But we can't lose either. For the sake of everyone who has believed in us along the way.
Même si je finissais par l'emporter et monter sur le trône, rien ne me garantit actuellement que je concrétiserai mes idéaux un peu naïfs.
Right.
Mais je n'ai pas d'autre choix que de croire en eux et d'aller de l'avant. Autrement, rien ne changera jamais.
You've got the power to change the world. And the one who gave it to you was, well, yourself. And that's what I'm going to help you with. That's my mission. My real mission. And I'm going to see it through.
Après avoir discuté du roman et des idéaux avec Gallica, je me suis endormi. Bon, ça fait un bail. OMG. Academia. Apparemment, Mort m'a convoqué en rêve.
I saw what happened. So, you found a way to unequivocally shape your destiny. As far as I know, there is no record of your newly acquired archetype ever being used, even in ancient times. An archetype whose existence was only theoretical, known to some scholars as the magic of true sovereignty. Indeed, a power of legend. I once said that to be Elda was your inescapable fate. However, it seems the truth was more complex than that. Magic is a process by which we confront fate and tame anxiety, and archetypes are its essence. They are manifestations of a resolve capable of heroic virtue. So then, what do you think is the foremost, most inescapable fate a person must bear?
The foremost fate? Not really sure, but for me to be me, and for you to be you? Or something like that.
Indeed. It is birth that is inescapable. You cannot choose who you are born to, and once your familial place is determined, that fate cannot be changed. Yet by some strange tangle of destiny, you were given a choice that the very act of existence denies most people. By your own will, you were born again as a prince. Do you understand? You stand on the threshold of truly becoming a ruler. Not as an unearned title of bloodline's chance, nor as a mere authority over people. You have taken control of your life. You are ready to rule your very self. That is what it truly means to be a hero. And it is the crux of the power that is awakened within you. What glorious coincidence indeed, that I, as a scholar of archetypes, might cross paths with and witness such a remarkably fated boy. It almost bespeaks.
Indeed, 'tis his hands that bear our fate.
Bah dis donc, qu'est-ce que tu fous là, toi?
I remember. I know that I know this voice. Had I forgotten it all this time? Yes. I swear I've heard it before. And I let it slip from my mind. Who are you? You with this voice that moves hearts. Speak. Who are you? Why have you awakened this boy to his power?
If it is answers you seek, then go and claim them.
Okay.
Are you? Could you be?
As for you, I bid thee awaken. Move onward to thy final ordeal. Take thy place at the final proving of the ascension of kings.
Ma conscience s'est évanouie et j'ai replongé dans le sommeil pour la nuit. En fait, l'auteur du roman fantastique n'est autre que Mort. Mort a-t-il visité le sanctuaire Elda ancien, lui aussi?